Alrighty, I've been wanting to make this video for a while here, and finally got some time to go ahead and give you guys an overview of this truck I have here. This is my 2007 Dodge Ram 1500. I'm just gonna go kind of around it, show you guys around it, give you some specs on it, and yeah, I just like doing some of these videos with my vehicles, so let's get after it. So like I said, this is the 2007 Dodge Ram 1500. I believe they call this the quad cab. So it's the short bed, but compared to a standard crew cab nowadays, it has like a medium bed, and this would be like a double cab or extended cab. If you put it side by side a new Chevy extended cab, it looks the same. I believe the bed is 6 3/4 foot, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I believe out of the 3 engine options that this came with for the 1500s, this is the biggest one. This is the Hemi 5.7. So obviously the engine, it's been around a while. I think you could get a 3.7 liter V6 in it, as well as a 4.7 liter V8 in it. But this is the 5.7. I'll kind of show you around it. The previous owner who had it, I don't believe these are the stock wheels. I think these are off of a 4th gen Tradesman or something like that. They look okay. It doesn't really, they look fine. Obviously you can see, being in the Rust Belt in Michigan, it's a Michigan truck owned its whole life. The rust has started to get to it in some areas, and I'll show you. I added these fender flares to kind of cover it up, and the rear wheel wells, it really makes it look a lot cleaner than it really is. But as far as what I've done to it, I like I said, I added the wheel wells. When I first got it, these mirrors, it came with tow mirrors on it, so I don't know if the previous owner put those on or if it came like that. But they were genuine Dodge mirrors, but they were all cracked up at the bottom, so I slapped the eBay specials on it, and it does fine for what they are. You know, $100, I can't complain for a set of 2 of them. I've tried to keep it clean and wash it during the winter so the rust doesn't get any worse than it really has. Whoever owned it before me also put in LED fog lights down there. I replaced the grill because it was really, the chrome is that crappy plastic chrome that peels up, so I replaced the grill with one that looks OEM, and it looks nice. So I believe, I'm not entirely sure what the trim level is on this, because I believe it's it had Bighorn badging on the back, but I think this is an ST, so I don't know if you can get like a ST with a Bighorn package or what that entails. If I go back further here, you can kind of see it doesn't really have any sort of rake to it. Whoever had it first, or whoever owned it before I did, it's somewhat leveled. I don't know what size puck is in there or whatever, but it's definitely leveled. It kind of sits a little backward, or sits back like a level would make it look. But yeah, I don't mind it. It looks fine. If anything, probably helps the ground clearance, honestly. And obviously you can see as we get back here, some of the rust has gotten, it's through the bedside there, but the fender flares do a good job at hiding it under the wheel wells there. The frame honestly is not too terrible. This is an 07. It's got about I think it's coming up on 180 at this point. But the frame definitely has surface rust, but is by no means about to rot out, you know. The other thing too is this door. I mean, this door is pretty bad. You can see all in there. It actually had some rubber in there, and I actually just took those out because I think in the winter, if you just have those in there, it would just suck all the salt in and then make it worse. So I just took them out so I could just power wash the inside of the doors. But if you look down here, I mean, the cab corners are rusty, but they're not. They're all still there, so it's kind of nice, you know. Usually a lot of the stuff, older pickups that you see in Michigan, you know, they're completely gone at this point and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of a weird color. It's I believe it's like lightning blue is what it's called or something. I can't even find the color online or something. It's you just don't see many of them this color, but yeah, it's a 4x4, like I said, with the 5.7. So in the back here I replaced the latch, which probably needs to be replaced again because it's getting harder and harder to open it. But I replaced the whole assembly in there. When I first got it, it wouldn't you could open it, but it wouldn't re-latch again, so I had to do that. Replace the latch so it would actually stay closed. On this side, the doors, you can see there at the bottom, the doors, and in the back here of the box, you know, rust peeking through. And it has this door is painted poorly and just repaired poorly. Rust kind of coming through the fender flare there too, but from 10 feet away it looks decent. In the back here too, you can see whoever owned it previous. I did not really do any of this stuff, but it has rough country suspension struts in the back. So I don't know if they did that at the same time they did the leveling pucks or what they did, but I also just tried to keep the inside clean as well. These doors are locked, so I got the keys in there, but just doing a walk around. Tried to clean up the headlights as best I could, but seems like every time I wash them, they just kind of look a little worse and worse, but it doesn't look terrible for what it is, you know. So when I got this, I believe it had like 168,000 miles on it. I think I'm closing in on 180,000 on it now. And in that time, I have done a lot of stuff to this truck. Most recently, I just did the front brakes on it. I did the entire rear diff. Both front and rear brakes, transmission cooler, power steering pump, probably some other stuff I'm forgetting, but yeah, it takes a lot to keep this thing running, but I love it. It also has some sort of again, not something I did, but when I got it, they had like a MagnaFlow exhaust on it or something. It's cut. The exhaust is like dumps right here or a little after the bed right here, but it sounds nice, you know. It's not too obnoxiously loud or anything. In here you can see the seat is completely blown out. I've already stitched this up once to try and make it look nice again, but it just keeps opening up. So yeah, you can see they're closing in on 180,000 miles on it. I also did the radio on it. And I installed, I don't like the steering wheel covers, so I rewrapped it in like a leather kit that you can get off Amazon for like 30 bucks. It looks nice, and the steering wheel used to be like really sticky because they would only use here, but now it's like brand new. Yeah. Interior, you know, it's not fully clean, but I try and keep it as clean as I can. It cleans up nice usually. But yeah, again, I took those out of there, those rubber grommets, so it I can just pressure wash it. I guess let's take a look under the hood and see. So when I had first gotten it, it had a cold air intake installed, but either whoever put it in there or whatever was in there was nowhere near the proper one for this truck. It was like zip tied up in here and stuff, and I'm like, and then I pulled the filter out and it was like crushed like a pop can, and I'm like, well, that's probably not supposed to be like that, but I got the correct one in here now. I can't really speak for the performance it adds, but it because it already had something similar in there, but the pickup feels good on it and stuff like that. I think the 5.7 only has like 300 horsepower, so again, probably comparing this to a full-size pickup today is like comparing something that's not similar. But yeah, I could probably start it up for you guys. As far as trim levels, like I said, this is the ST with the Bighorn package. I'm assuming it has it doesn't have 4 on the floor. It has the selectable four-wheel drive switch on the dash. Still has the bench seat in there. I don't really know if it has any more options besides that. It has the sliding rear window, but that's not powered. I think that's an option, or maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, I figured I'd just at least show it off to you guys while I actually have it clean right now and empty of garbage. I guess let's go ahead and start it up then. Hop in here. So there you go. It's not too obnoxiously loud. But yeah, here you can see. You can see the where the exhaust is kind of dumped behind the rear axle there, but yeah, it has decent pickup and everything. Sounds nice. So the exhaust isn't too overly done, but this is, I think, one of the first generations that has the MDS, just the cylinder deactivation for these trucks. So it's kind of weird when you hear it, you know, it's got that rumble, and then you hear it drop down from having the 8 cylinders down to the 4. But I think as far as gas mileage, I get probably around 15 miles a gallon in it. So, and that's probably with me ragging on it a little bit, but it has the highway tires too. It's not like super knobby tires or anything, so it rides pretty nice down the highway. Obviously, you can see some suspension components are well overdue for replace, but I don't know, it rides fine for what it is. Yeah, and believe it or not, this is as big of rear passenger seat you could get until you went up to the mega cab. So you could either get the single cab for this year. You could either get the single cab, this, which is the quad cab, or the mega cab. So there wasn't really an in-between, because as you look here, these doors comparison, you know, looks more like an extended cab than a full crew. But you know, it's wide enough I can fit. I've I don't think I've had it with everybody in here with the bench seat flipped up in the front, but I think people can sit back here comfortably. The middle seat, because the truck is so wide, it's not really a huge deal. But yeah, I think, well, anyways, I figured I'd just show off this truck here in all its glory. Just kind of like showcasing them so I can go back to these videos. But I suppose while I've got you here as well, I guess I might as well show you around the inside. So kind of like I said, I replaced this steering wheel with just a leather cover that goes over it. Looks better than like a steering wheel cover, you know, and it feels nicer. I had to each do one of these stitches, so that makes it look nicer, I guess. There's the cluster. It's got some sort of gas cap issue I can't seem to figure out right now, but that's why that's on, and the check engine light's on for that too. You got all your lights here. I don't know, I'm sure the fog lights are optional, like it was an option to get them, so, or maybe it just came with the ST, I'm not sure. But there's daytime running, there's on, there's fog lights and daytime running on, or fog lights and just lights, headlights on. Dimmer switch, there's your cargo light button. I replaced all these as well because the tabs in the inside were really brittle, so every time I take the door card off, I just I broke it more and more, so I just bought new ones off Amazon. They look fine. They don't really match, I guess, the color in here, but it works. So yeah, here's all your switches, you know, window lock, all your windows, door locks, mirrors, stuff like that. Again, the radio I installed in it works pretty nice. You can use CarPlay in it here with a USB in there, and then you can display CarPlay up there. There's the selectable four-wheel drive I was talking about. Instead of a lot of them, you'll see instead of this thing here, you'll get that. There's your cup holders, your cigarette ashtray, because I'm always using that, you know. That's kind of nice. Tucks away all your climate controls, the two 12 volts there. I added this too. This is nice. This is like a $20 add-on. It just sits inside the center console there and holds everything. That's pretty much it. It has I believe this is a optional Infinity sound system. It's all right. I think it adds just adds more speakers, and you got speakers 3 up there in the dash, and then each door has a speaker as well, usually down there or so. It's kind of got the odd handles at the bottom there, but yeah, I mean, that's about it. Let me see if I can I guess I've been averaging 13.1 mile per gallon, but that's all right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Rides down the road fine and everything. Like I said, it's got decent power, you know. When you really want to mash the throttle, you can do it, and it sounds nice while you're doing it. So, well, there she is in all her glory. It's my 2007 Dodge Ram 1500 with the 5.7 Hemi in it. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.